Welcome to
Stamped.
Stamped.
In
Oh,
this video,
sorry, I thought we were doing this
no,
together.
go ahead. Ladies first?
Haha, okay, sure. Welcome to Stamped. In this video, we'll walk you through every step of the platform, from creating your account to understanding reputation intelligence, so you'll know exactly what to expect before you begin.
Nice.
Getting started is simple. Create your account, verify your information, and begin building a profile that represents who you are, not just how you look. This is the sign-in/sign-up page. For users who already have an existing account, you simply just enter your email and password. And if you are new to Stamped, then you want to click on the Sign Up button here. From this screen, you are to create your email, then your password, and then confirm your password again. Once you click Create Account at the bottom, it will send you a 6-digit code to the email you provided. Enter that code here and press Verify Email. The next page you see here is the Terms of Agreement page. Please review these policies before checking the boxes to continue forward.
May I oblige here?
Why, yes, of course you can, Stefan.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so it is now time to build your profile. Getting started is simple. Create your account, verify your information, and begin building a profile that represents who you are, not just how you look. Notice here your public identity. This allows you to choose which name you want to primarily be shown across the platform, your name or your username. Fill out your date of birth, gender, interested in, city and race, and hit Continue at the bottom. Stamped requires you to upload a minimum of at least 3 photos, so be sure to pick your best here. Try picking photos that also show some character.
Unlike you, Stefan.
Oh, really,
Let me take
Veronica?
it from here.
Okay.
Okay, newbies. This page is where you can choose to verify that you are real or not. I mean, why not go ahead and verify? That way you'll have more credibility on your profile by having a verified badge. Upload your avatar here. You can choose your Bitmoji or even create your own Avatoon by clicking on the Create Avatoon button here. Doing so will redirect you to Havatoon's actual site, where you'll get to have so much fun creating your own from scratch for free.
Yes. Good job, Veronica. I believe it's my turn now.
That's fine.
Yes, well, this has to be the best part of onboarding. This is where you will rate yourself across 44 categories. Categories such as your emotional maturity, temper, fitness, communication, loyalty, accountability, and so much more. And if any rating doesn't apply to you, just simply tap the NA button and it won't count against you. The main thing is to be truthful. Be honest. Because you can't change these later, and users get to see what you really think about yourself.
Good job, Stefan. I do want to
boy.
note that your profile
Thanks,
is
V.
the first impression you'll make. Take your time. The more complete your profile, the better others can understand who you are. Okay, that's it. I think this user is ready to go live now. So after going live from onboarding, you will be redirected here to the home screen. There's a lot to talk about here, but before we go into that, let's finish setting up your profile so you can attract more users. At the bottom left, you can click the Profile button to finish this process. Your profile is empty right now, as you can see. Let's scroll down to the bottom to the Edit Profile to finish this out. Fill in your bio, adjust your height, job title, your interest, your body type, and other things. Have fun filling out the prompts here as well. Once you're done, be sure to click the Save button at the bottom. Notice now how your profile has 4 green check marks and is 100%. This is great. And now scrolling up, your profile looks a lot better. Now this is done. Let's go back to the home screen/search screen. Stamped helps you discover people based on your preferences, while giving you more ways to express interest than a simple swipe. Look at the profile card in particular. You see those three boxes: yellow, green, and red. They all have a meaning and represent something different. The yellow box here is what this user has rated themselves. The green box in the middle is what users have rated him totaled out and averaged. The red box indicates how many users, in this case, Joe Blow, refused ratings from. The higher the number here, the worse it looks. Now over to the bottom right, you may notice a slight ghostly figure. This indicates how ghosty this user is. You can also see it represented here in this box. The higher the ghost rating, the worse it looks. There are more than a few ways that a user raises this through bad communication. Now look at the top right here in this box. The reputation snapshot gives you a few of this user's ratings. If you want to see more, just click inside this profile pic or click View Profile here for more in-depth information. Even more importantly, you have this View Reputation button here. Notice it is locked right now. With a purchase, this button actually allows you not only to see the ratings the other users rated them, but you also get to see who these people are. Could be an ex, could be just a fling, who knows? Before we get over to the left menu, I want to talk about the fact that Stamped has a search button. Yes, a search button. You can search for people and connect with them. Not the usual, let me keep swiping and hopefully find a person. So if you know someone you used to have a relationship with on Stamped, you can simply look them up by typing in their name. I bet you probably noticed the three buttons at the bottom as well, huh? Well, yes, Stamped is very unique in the way you swipe as well. Not only can you select yes or no, but Stamped lets you pick the middle button, which means you are on the fence about them. It's not a yes, but it's not a no. It's a maybe. When selecting this, you can tell the user why you are on the fence about them. It could be any of these reasons here. Once you select it, the user, if they have this option on, will get notified of this. Okay, now look at the left panel. Starting at the top, you have messages where you will talk to the people you have matched with to get to know them better. Interested in the green, here is the section where you would go if a user swipes right on you. Once you get an alert there, you can sift through profiles and decide whether to like them back or not. The Reconsider section here in yellow is where you can go to take a second look at profiles you said no to. Inside here, you are allowed to also go through each profile and maybe decide to give a second chance to someone. Doing so will alert the user. Next is On the Fence. We talked about this earlier, but if you, the user, receive an alert here, this means someone is on the fence about you. Go there to check out why. It could be a moment of realization for you that maybe you didn't see yourself. Checking your reputation is the part where the most accountability takes action. Inside this section, the user sees every completed rating session, your still in progress rating sessions that aren't complete yet, and even your breakups and the details of it. Take a look at the catalog section. Inside here, the user has the ability to move users they have matched with to the prospective folder they see them in. This user may want to move a person from crush to potential, or from friend to relationship. Either way, when making this move, the other user is notified of this, so it is very important to keep it honest here. No more being in a situationship with a person and not knowing where you stand now, huh? Alerts is exactly what it says. Alerts. Any and all notifications go here. Check this often to stay up to date on what's going on in your world of Stamped. Over to the top right of the screen, indicated with the gear icon, is the settings. Stamped has a plethora of things you can set to personally customize your experience as a user. Hiding your activity status, hiding your read receipts, disabling on-the-fence alerts, and even completely hiding your intimacy ratings for no one to see are just a few things to note. Below the settings is the filter setting. Here you are able to completely customize what your search engine looks like. Stamped is much different from other dating apps because it allows you to set numerical values on individual ratings. So if you were looking for someone specifically that had an 8 or above in emotional maturity and also at least a 9 in accountability, you could do that here. It even allows you to save that particular search criteria under whatever you want to name it.
Okay, now that we've got that out the way, let's start swiping. I imagine at this point you aren't just looking at what this person looks like, but also what he brings to the table in a sense. You see this user's personal rating, and you also see what others have rated him. He has a slight ghost rating of 25% and is still figuring it out. I don't know. But looking at the snapshot, he is ambitious and has pretty good communication. Let's take a deeper look into his profile to get more intel. Using the reputation intelligence, we are able to click into this green box here and break down in detail this user's ratings individually. Here at the top, you can see how many users rated him. And if I was looking to see if he was above average in leadership and work ethic, he would be okay for me. Scroll down to take a look at this spider graph here in red. There's 5 major categories here. This takes the user's self-ratings and others' ratings and gives you the difference in the two numerically. Just hover over the section you want to see and it will display that for you. The lower others' rating, the worse it looks. Below that, you can also see this user's categories that are rated the highest in. Then under that, the opposite here in blue, which shows this user's categories they are rated lowest in that may need some growth. Now scroll down some more. The reputation intelligence even tells you if you two are a good fit or not. It's high here, but the breakdown below is the real magic. It gives you the strong match areas between you two, the friction areas, and also what may match against your standards. So, what are we thinking here? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Or is it a maybe because I'm on the fence about it? I think I like this guy, after what I've just seen thanks to the reputation intelligence. So I can either swipe right or click yes from inside this profile here. Or if I'm on the search screen, I can do it from here. Now let's go check Joe Blow's side to see how this works. Here you can see Joe Blow gets an alert of the like I just sent him. He can go to his alerts down here, or he can go to the interested up here in the green. Now Joe Blow has to do the same thing I just did to him using the reputation intelligence. Compatibility is high, I see. But Joe wants a deeper look, so he will click the profile to go deeper. Notice how Jane's profile doesn't have a score in the green box for others yet. That's okay. We know this because we literally just joined Stamped. This will be a great opportunity to make a great impression on this person so we get high ratings. But don't worry, there's also other ways to accumulate ratings from users. Let's say you have an ex that has also joined and is a member of the site. You could just simply look that person up using the search tool, connect, request for a rating of each other. And there you go. That is, however, barring you guys didn't have a bad fallout, right? Now back to Joe's side of things. He is looking at your profile and likes what he sees. You as a new user won't have a spider graph to check, or highest and lowest ratings yet, but the reputation intelligence does have information at the bottom that can help for certain. Once again, look at the strong match areas. And when Joe Blow says yes back to Jane, yay! You got a match. Now you can decide to keep browsing or send a message. Let's send a message. From there, you can begin getting to know each other through meaningful conversation. Let's go back to searching while we wait for Joe Blow. Looking at Dan's profile, he certainly looks the part. But notice the reputation snapshot of some of his ratings here. Yes, he is rated higher than Joe Blow, but I have some doubts. This is very questionable, so I'm going to say, on the fence. Once you click that, it will give you this pop-up. You see, Stamped helps you discover people based on your preferences while giving you more ways to express interest than a simple swipe. Choosing this option tells this user that there is still a chance. An important thing to note here is that Stamped, under no circumstance, allow for you to maliciously attack other users. The text boxes throughout the site prohibits this, so be polite here. Respectfully, tell the other user what it is you are trying to convey. Who knows? Maybe Dan sees this and will think about some things. Next on the docket is John Doe. Okay. Let's take a deeper look. I really like the look here, so I'm going to comment on his photo. This automatically sends him a like. Now let's jump back into the messaging to check the messages. Looks like Joe Blow has messaged back. You can do a few things while in messaging that makes Stamped very unique, but before we do that, take a look at the alerts down at the bottom left. Notice this alert says that Joe has placed you in a folder, the crush folder. So this means Joe has a crush on you and wants you to know that this is what he thinks of you right now. This is also shown inside the messaging with Joe. So now you know where you stand with a person. No more being led on or misled. You can even do the same. Let me show you how. Just click the 3 dots up here to get the drop down. Scroll down to move to folder and click there. Now you see this pop up here with all the folders' names and where you can place a person. So what are we thinking about Joe? We liked him, and liked what we saw in his profile thanks to the reputation intelligence. I think he has potential right now, so let's place him there. We can also see this reflected in the catalog section. Inside here is where you will move your matches from folder to folder eventually, and hopefully into the relationship folder where users get all the perks of Stamped. So if I wanted to move Joe from the potential folder to the friend folder, I could also do that here. Now, while that was going on, there was an alert for the on the fence over to the left in yellow. So let's go take a look at who is on the fence about you. Looks like it's a guy named Steven. He says he is on the fence about me because my profile doesn't show enough personality. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I should take a look at that. Also, this guy is rated pretty high, so I may want to take that into consideration. I can choose to view this person's profile here for a deeper look. Acknowledge with a thumbs up, or respond with just one message back. Also, remember earlier you sent an on the fence notification to a guy named Dan. You can check that here as well. Now there's no need to rush this here, but just know that at any time, you can come in here and change your mind about being on the fence about them by clicking the resolve button. Doing so will give you this pop-up where you can choose 3 options. Stay on the fence to keep them here for a while. Request to chat, which requires the other user to then consent, or choose not interested. Moving right along, I want to show you a really cool feature called the Backstage Pass. This pass is very unique in its own way to where it allows you to view the reputation of any user of your choice. I'll choose Joe Blow since we already have matched with him and have each other in folders. Using this pass on him will give me even more access. This means that when you use this on a person, you can see not only their ratings but actually who rated them. Even their breakup records if any are available to show. And I can see here that Eve has rated him and also Ava. I can click View Rating Detail to see the full breakdown of what either user rated him as well. Now, let's get to the ratings and how that works. You are a new user, so you don't have any other ratings to show right now. And Stamped does not allow for you to randomly rate a stranger on the street you don't know. In order to rate someone, several steps have to happen first. 1. A mutual connection, emphasis on mutual. 2. At least one message has to be sent by both users. 3. Both users must put the other into a folder. Then and only then will it even become available for you to even request a rating session to happen. 4. Request to the other user that you want to enter into a session. But it has to be agreed upon by the other user to do this, so there will be no malicious and random rating. So when the other user agrees to be rated as well, this is when you both can rate each other. You will have 24 hours to complete this. Once in the rating session, it is important to be honest. Use NA for the ones that don't apply. You can even leave a little note at the end if you please. Once you are done, simply click Submit and wait for the other user to finish their ratings on you. Important note here is the other user does not get to see your rating until they finish theirs. Then the both of you will receive each other's ratings to review. Now you see what they rated you. You have 3 choices here: accept, negotiate, which means you are telling the other user you don't agree with what they gave you and you want to negotiate it. But keep in mind, doing this, the user has to agree to the negotiation. And if they refuse the negotiation, you'll be stuck with what they gave you. The last option is to simply refuse the ratings, which will count in that 3rd box on your profile. Too many of these may not look so good on your end. Now you can see the score you accepted on your profile here. Looking into your own reputation section allows for you to go back and view all the ratings you have received at any time. While we are here in the reputation section, I want to show you another unique feature that Stamped has. It's called the re-rate ticket. This ticket allows for you to request for a user to re-rate you all over again. Now you may be asking why? Well, it's because once you rate a person, you can't rate them again. That is, unless you buy a re-rate ticket. The flow for this is, you buy a ticket here. You apply it to the person you want to request it from. They have to agree to rate you again. If they agree, Then it will enter a session for them to rate you again. If they decline, then you keep your current rating, but will still have your ticket and it won't count against you. Okay, so you want to know about the relationship aspect of Stamped. Well, the perks are great. When in a relationship, you get to rate the person you are with for free every 90 days. To do this, you want to go to the catalog section, find the person you want to enter into a relationship with, and move them into the relationship folder. When doing this, the other user gets this notification and has to agree to start a relationship with you. Now you get the perks. So now, like clockwork, every 90 days, you two will get to rate each other. This holds the two of you accountable in all aspects. Stamped encourages accountability by promoting respectful interactions and giving users tools to reflect on meaningful relationship experiences. One of the ways it does that is by having the ghost rating. Every new user starts with 0%. But as the user participates in ghosty behavior, their ghost rating goes up. Ghosty behavior include things like unmatching with a person without giving a reason, also abandoning a conversation without responding for days on end. Another way is if you are in a relationship and you end it without giving a reason. All those reasons can raise your ghost rating. Stamped focuses on encouraging healthy behavior and accountability. Let me briefly show you the reconsideration section here in the yellow. The profiles you have said no to, you can go back in here to sift through which ones you want to give a second chance to or not. Most dating sites don't allow this targeted way of doing it, but here you can do that. Clicking Interested returns the profile back to the dating pool to reconnect, or you can move them to on the fence to decide later. Either move notifies the user. Now let's go up to the top right here so I can show you the privacy controls. Stamped has a variety of options to choose from here. You can toggle on and off profile visibility, activity status, showing your sexual ratings, and even hide your read receipts. Even more toggleables are catalog movement notifications, and also on the fence feedback, to name a few more. Want to block or report a user? You can easily do so from inside their profile at the bottom. The filter system is what we will take a look at next. And in case you hadn't noticed already, Stamped is very different than anything you have ever seen before. Inside the filter system, you can basically customize exactly what you want down to the very details with using the reputation intelligence. This means you can target any specific rating, say emotional maturity, and filter it to only show users with an 8 and above or not. You can do this for any and all ratings. Then to top it all off, you can save that search filter and name it whatever you want. How cool is that? Stamped was built around one simple belief: better information leads to better decisions. Whether you're looking for friendship, dating, or a long-term relationship, Stamped helps you move beyond first impressions. Thank you for watching. Explore the rest of our channel for feature tutorials, product updates, and tips to help you get the most from Stamped.